Welcome to Drone News Now. Welcome to Drone U HQ. My name is Paul, and in this week's breaking news, Notice to Air missions has been returned to Notice to Airmen. The Biden-era renaming has been rescinded thanks to Trump. Sources say that it's due to a lack of creativity. Why didn't they just say Notice to Air Mams? I don't know. In other news, Philly Drone Life has been banned forever from flying drones inside the United States as he egregiously flew over people, flew at night, and flew through the fog, and did not have his Part 107. Katie Thompson from the FAA stated, "We work hard to educate people about safely flying their drones, and we don't hesitate to take strong enforcement action when pilots deliberately flout the rules." Interesting. In other news, if you haven't been mind blown yet, well, you sure will be by this next story, as booby-trapped FPV headsets have Russians being mind blown. No, literally. Reports claim that headsets, or FPV goggles, were exploding upon startup on the front lines of the Ukrainian war. That's a clandestine action that might supersede the Israeli pager bombings. I mean, pretty creative. In our cool use of drone news this week, Graffiti drones are taking flight in Washington state as artists are using drones to actually clean up murals and to actually get rid of some nasty stuff. Pretty cool thing that spray drones are being used here. What a great use of coaxial drone setups. In our drone crash of the week, we take flight to Costa Rica, where a major collision has taken place between an Agras T-50, a DJI drone, and a spray helicopter. That essentially, a spray helicopter was on its natural low and slow flight paths along its fields and collided with the Agras helicopter, raising concerns about drone safety and how drones are actually going to communicate with traditional aircraft. Pundits say that remote ID is worthless because pilots in the air from helicopters and planes can't see the remote ID information anyway, making you wonder how come the public can see it, but the people who need to see it can't. Sure is a head scratcher there. In other news, our Whiskey Tango Foxtrot news of the week is that Drone Deploy gets a BVLOS operation. This is going to allow Drone Deploy to remotely fly construction sites and other missions remotely. Kind of makes you wonder where this came from, since Drone Deploy supports pilots creating mapping missions and modeling missions. It now seems like they might be taking over those missions. In our last piece of drone news, it seems like the DJI Mavic 4 Pro is incoming. Professional pilots still wonder if it's going to have attitude mode and fly like the Inspire 3, which is a lot more fun. But sources say that there will be 4 cameras on this thing, 3 of which will be usable. And frankly, you'll probably end up spending a lot more money, and they'll most likely replace it in 6 months as well. But that's the drone news for this week. As always, from Drone U HQ, where you can actually get incredibly detailed information that's going to help you fly with competence and confidence. You can actually get very serious educational information from us. Go to thedroneu.com. It's the best source of drone training on the planet. Why? Well, because we teach from experience, unlike anyone else. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Not the AI version.